Joseph Hasty and Centerpiece Jazz here on WNCW, playing some Christmas tunes this morning and this evening at the Purple Onion Cafe in Saluda. Where'd you say you learned that tune from?
That is from a show that was produced by the BBC. My wife and I watch a lot of PBS and stuff, and that show came on. It's called Dancing on the Edge. It's a really cool program that was based on a jazz band that was in London right before the Second World War. It's called Dancing on the Edge, and they had a band that they put together just for this program called the Louis Lester Band. And so if you Google that, Louis Lester, you'll have a whole CD come up of some really cool jazz, and that was one of the tunes.
Cool. Nice choice. So you've been doing this holiday Christmas thing for, I don't know, how many years?
Well, shoot, for ever since I started playing music and singing music, doing Christmas stuff. But, yeah, when I got back to North Carolina in the early, mid-'90s, I started putting together this Christmas show just for this time of year. A lot of office parties, a lot of people calling, wanting gigs and stuff, and I thought, just roll out this Christmas stuff. Why not?
Yeah.
This stuff swings.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mardi Gras. People want a good Mardi Gras band of jazz or Zydeco Cajun. Christmas too. You got to fill the need.
That's it.
But we should, of course, mention. It probably goes without saying that you all play a lot of songs outside of the Christmas genre during the other 11 months of the year, and you really kind of, since you have a diverse lineup of different people coming and going as part of Centerpiece Jazz, also a lot of different influences and styles, right?
Oh, very much so. But we try to stick. Well, at least I try to stick with the Great American Songbook stuff. Try to keep it close to the vest. A lot of audiences we play for in our area are used to that, and they expect that, and so we try to stay close to the vest with the jazz. But we stretch out from time to time. Depends on who's on the gig. Sometimes I'm lucky enough to get some really heavy hitting jazz cats in, and it kind of goes different places. But it's fun.
So it's largely determined maybe by who you have available, and then you're thinking, okay, well then we can go in this direction because he has this kind of influence.
That's basically it.
Okay.
If I get a call for a gig, I'll go ahead and book it, find out how many pieces they want on the gig, and then I'll start picking up the phone and calling and see who's available. And so I got a little black book, and I'll just scroll through and see who I can get. And it's a crapshoot sometimes, but it keeps the music fresh. I think different players.
How many different artists do you have in your big old Rolodex?
There's about I counted up one time about 30, all told.
Okay.
That I've used.
Once in a while, some of them go into the inactive folder, and you just retired.
It's true. It's true. Got a really good friend of mine who's a psychologist, Jim Clark. I'll give him a shout out. He might have been on this gig with us, but he's on a bit of a sabbatical.
Yeah.
He just had a young boy, just 2 years old now, and he decided he wanted to stay home and be a dad instead of gigging all the time. So that's a good example of somebody who might be here, but who's I guess on the back burner for now.
Yeah, and that's a good excuse too. Family first. But then sometimes you get the venue maybe will determine, what we want is a big band sound, or we really want like Count Basie or I don't know, Gershwin or something.
Oh, definitely. The venue drives it. If they don't have a lot of room, or if it's a sit-down restaurant and it's more of a swanky place, high-class place, and they don't want loud or whatever, I may not call a drummer in, for example.
Okay.
Or saxophone, or louder instruments that are just. I hate it, Jeff. Oh, Jeff's over here trying to play as quietly as he can right now. But yeah, the venue drives it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Cool. Does anyone ever ask you for something that you just kind of can't accommodate? You got maybe more in terms of style or taste or something?
Yeah, they wanted to know if I could sound like a girl. They wanted a female vocalist, and that was a deal killer.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
But yeah, but no, you're right. Sometimes they want certain styles of music, and I'm like, I can't pull that off, so I'm not even going to try. But I'll try to suggest a player or a band that could do that, Bill.
Okay. So if they suggest, we want kind of a smooth jazz sound, a little Kenny G something, and you're like,
I would probably try to steer them in a little bit different direction.
Okay.
And I might go ahead and book that gig, and we might learn a couple of tunes,
Really?
not necessarily Kenny G tunes, but yeah, I don't know. It depends.
That shows the versatility you have.
Well, we try. We try to fill the bill.
That's good.